This is stupid. This is stupid. Let's proceed.
What is that? Oh!
Look at this. Look at this, peeps.
I'm sorry,
So he got caught in the turbine, got chopped in pieces, and then got blown out from the back of the turbine engine all the way down to Earth, or back down to Earth. Did you see what just happened, ladies and gentlemen?
Here we go.
He just says he has to disappear. They're in deep shit. No story in the world should be written in such a way where you feel you have to finish it based on how you started it, because you feel you've locked yourself into a corner with your writing. You're the one writing the story. You can change any and everything you want about the story. Hence, when movie do reshoots or rewriting or rejigging, that when the viewers watch it, it'll be like, oh, you know what? The first two parts of the movie is cool, but the third part felt different. That's because they've changed a few things, or vice versa. Maybe the third part was the original part and the first two parts was the new part they reshot and re-edited. That people always say, yeah, it feels cool, but there's something off about it because it feels like I'm watching two movies. Sometimes it's based on either the poor writing or choppy editing, or when they've done reshoots and rearranging of certain scenes and stories and whatnot. We, the viewers, end up getting affected whilst these guys have eaten their money and gone to their yachts and islands and Dubai and whatnot.
Damn, son.
He just witnessed that engine explode. Now, either Venom is reacting to the knowledge that the xenophages can be killed, hence him jumping off the plane in such a panic state that he's not even recognized the damage to the airplane. So we don't know, and there was no callback, there was no mention. From what I remember, there was no mention in the movie of that plane and the passengers on the plane, whether it crashed, whether they died, whether they survived. I can't remember. Maybe there was a little news clip, but there was no visual reference. Like, they didn't go back to the scene itself. We heard something on the plane. Again, news just in, they're interviewing the passengers. Oh, we heard some loud noise on the plane, like something was crawling. Nothing. I don't remember anything referencing this scene. This is the part where I was like, yeah, you've gone too far. This is ridiculous. You're supposed to be the lethal protector and the new, superhero, but anti-hero, whatever it is. Here is your time to shine. Here is your time. You want to say you want to clear your name? Here is your time to clear your name. You want people to trust you as, some kind of superhero-ish? This is your time to shine. I can't believe that they wrote this scene and they shot it and left it in after editing, especially after showing test audience. I'm surprised the test audience didn't flag this scene. This is ridiculous. You think it's okay to go through what you just went through and leave the pilots to fend for themselves? Let's put it this way. Even though Eddie and Venom didn't know the xenophage was chasing them, it is their fault that plane is in that predicament right now, because they chose to attach to this plane. Any other plane they attached to, this would have happened, because they had no idea the xenophage was chasing them. Yeah. The xenophage is not on your tail anymore. It's falling out into little chunks and pieces. The best you can do is help that plane land in some way, shape, or form. Since you can form all these different forms on your liquid being, maybe some heavy parachute to help the other part of the plane level could work. I don't know. You didn't have to write this scene, but since you've written it, then finish it. See it through. Instead, you leave these poor passengers in this predicament, and I have to go. It was such I can't believe they pulled this off, and it went past people's radars. And people would say it's a good movie. It's not as good as the second one. Not as good as the first one, but it's still good. Well, some people say I prefer this to the second one. This is much better than you watch this vile, putrid nonsense.
Damn.
And confidently said it with your balls. This is better than the second one.
Damn, son.
I swear, these days people just watch anything because they're starved of intelligent TV and movie things to watch. They're starved of intelligence, of competent storytelling, that they will just watch nonsense and say it's better than the second one. but not as good as the first one.
As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
I don't know how they pull this off, man. Dude, I watched this scene. I was like, what?
Don't ask questions.
So now we don't know what happened to the plane, and they literally ignore it. They don't even explain how the xenophage can see. That part where it jumped off the building, I said, you can't convince me this thing jumped off the building and caught up with this plane.
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
And every time it's searching, it always looks like it's looking into the atmosphere and just into the open space. Then once or twice where Venom is Eddie's fully suited up in Venom mode, that's when his head turns like, oh, there's the codex. But when Venom disintegrates, it's back. It's like this again. But you know that you spotted the codex in this direction. I understand that if you go this direction, you might still end up looking left and right because you don't know specifically where it is now since the Venom symbiote has been turned off. I get that. But you were like this before. Then the codex is activated because Eddie's in full Venom mode. So you turn here and go, there it is. So you run there or you jump there. Then he turns it off again. So you should be like, okay, I'm here now, but it could be in this vicinity. That's why I say it's such a weird creation of a creature that has poor eyesight, but can only see the codex. How does that function as a hunting entity?
Get this man a shield.
As a being created by this thing, this god Null, this dumbass, stupid creation of a god. What a poor excuse for a god.
Damn.
You create these beings and you don't even give them heightened sense to sense when a symbiote is in the vicinity.
Damn.
You sent it to look for the codex. Only a symbiote has a codex. So your eyesight should be looking for only symbiote hosts. You don't send it to a planet so it can see everything in gray. Give it an upgrade and say, once you land on this planet, the spectrum of light or whatever it is, you are looking for a person who has the symbiote host, who is bonded with the symbiote host, and who has bonded with the symbiote and has created a codex. The codex will light up differently for you, but the person who has the symbiote will have a particular glow. Easy. That's why I said you add the camouflage and the silent step. Now you have a good movie on you. You don't have to have this dumbass scene with the airplane where they abandon passengers on a plane with a blown out engine. And we, the viewers, supposed to watch this and go, yeah, I can't wait to see the next scene. And then it carries on and there's no mention of the airplane. And people go, yeah, this is better than the second one. Some of you, man, you're the reasons why these movies are made in such quick succession and no one cares. And then it's take your money and insult your intelligence and, of course, your attention. Some of you are the reason for that.
One major American city.
Whatever plane he landed on and attached to get away from whatever city he was in would have gone through the exact same thing. If anything, Eddie should have said, you can't go yet. We need to save these people on the plane. Then maybe Venom would be like, yo, that's on the end of that thing we just saw. Whatever that thing is, we cannot let these people die. We are the reason they are in this predicament. Hence, like I said, this is where you're doing your anti-hero thing. Anti-hero doesn't mean you let people die or you leave people to their fate. Fate you caused. They're in this predicament because of you. You don't know the xenophage is chasing you. Beautiful, fine. But now you know they're chasing you or it is chasing you. You have put these people in danger unknowingly. The smartest thing to do, the most heartfelt thing to do is save them. There are children on there. There's a pregnant woman on there. There are family members on there. They are all innocent. They don't know about no xenophage, no codex. They're chilling. They're going to their destination. You hijacked or latched onto the plane. They don't even know you're on the plane. And all of a sudden you use super venom mode, which you should have done in the beginning. And then
As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
I still don't understand how this thing jumped off a building and caught up with a plane that took off ages ago. Yeah. If they showed this thing leaping from the airport, that would have made more sense. Show planes around the vicinity. Then we say, okay, this thing tracked Eddie all the way to the airport and then latched on.
Nice.
They didn't even have the due diligence to show us how Eddie got to the airport. They didn't have the balls to show us how he got to the airport, how he got onto the plane without being spotted. Again, these two creatures are just doing things all over the place, and no one in a world where we all have our iPhones and action cameras and iPod this, and there's so many things out there, so many visual tools and devices, webcams, GoPros, DJI cameras, and all that stuff. Not one of them could spot or catch Venom or this xenophage thing. And that thing is huge. How do you hide that thing from the public? But it's okay to blow up the engine. Just one engine though. Oh, wow. Dude, yeah, I think I'm done with this one. That's one. I think it's one clip per video, so that way I don't lose my mental. It's just atrocious, man. Poor writing. You jumped off a building that looks like it's nighttime, and you caught up with a plane that looks like it's daytime. Unless you're saying the sun is setting, but because you've gone past the clouds or the trajectory you're at, you're still able to see the sun in sunset mode, whereas on the ground it's nighttime. It's too much work. Why have you shot the scene like that? So now my brain is doing too much. You've jumped off a building. You caught up with a plane that took off a long time ago. You weren't at the airport. That was not an airport scene. I know the scene that came before this. You're hunting for an item, and this item is not even marked on your radar differently. Activated or not, it's not marked. The person who has this item unknowingly or knowingly, you're not even designed to see this person in a different hue from everything else. So it makes your tracking job a lot easier. So already you've nerfed the function of this alien. And then when the beacon is activated by the host and the symbiote, they still remain gray. Only thing that glows in color is the beacon.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
That's not efficient. For an animal or creature that is a hunter creature, that is no way, shape, or form an efficient way to hunt your prey.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
You are after a being that is a symbiote that is bonded with its host, and through said bonding of said host, or with said host, a codex has been created because it prevented the host or saved the host from death. That's how the codex is born. So every symbiote attached to his host right now, there's no codex. It is when the host dies and then the symbiote brings the host back to life, and voila, the codex is then created. But you've sent these xenophages to all the corners of the galaxy, and all they're seeing is this gray hue. Only thing in color is the codex. Stupid.
Damn.
And he made the xenophages, and you didn't design them to be efficient hunters enough. Poor writing all around. Because if they weren't hunting the codex, what is their prime function when you made them? That's how I asked in my last video. When this god Null made the xenophages and the symbiotes, what is their prime function? What are they made for? I've made them to be dancers, healers, doctors, nurses, scientists, astronauts, farmers, engineers. What the F have you made each species for? Because he said in the previous video that I made, he said he's a planet destroyer or planet slicer, void master, whatever the F that means, or whatever the F it is. So do you need the xenophages to help you destroy all the inhabitants of every planet you're going to? Because both are formidable, but one on paper is stronger than the other. You could even argue that they both have their strengths and weaknesses, meaning the symbiotes can't function like the xenophages can because symbiotes are goo. But in the flashback in my previous video, we saw that we saw that in the flashback we saw the xenophages going at the symbiotes like a versus thing. So that means they had form. So what happened when the symbiotes locked away Null and escaped wherever they were after imprisoning Null? What happened to them to then lose their form and land on Earth and become goo?
Don't ask questions.
Why are they in a goo liquid state? Because in the flashback, they're not in a goo liquid state. They were on the floor going head to head the xenophages. And it's clear the way the way Venom has reacted right now. It's clear they see these guys as formidable. So much so he ignored the plane and said, yo, I gotta bounce. We outie, deuces. That tells us something, that these things are dangerous. They're not to be tampered with.
I like this one.
But it doesn't take away from the scene. This is a poor written scene. You have left the fate of these people, and you've not rectified the situation. Even when he landed, he didn't state, I hope the people on the plane are safe. What we just did there, he didn't even call it out. What we just did there is wrong. I'm upset with you. Then maybe Venom be like, yo, that don't even mean nothing. Because if one is here, more are coming. But even that doesn't make sense as I'm even saying that. You can't justify you can't justify it. What just happened is unjustifiable. Those people is 50-50. And if you know you can save them, that 50-50 becomes 100. You can 100% do something to assist them. Yeah. You can do something to at least balance the weight of the plane, you can. This is where we get to see, the viewers get to see how powerful Venom is, how inventive Venom is, how creative Venom is. Maybe
as day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
That's me, dumb boys and girls, man. Reality. This is every time I record these videos, I'm reminded as you know, the feeling of the hate, the anger that I felt watching this movie the first time. It just comes flooding back in. But I gotta sit through these things and let people know, because I'm not seeing enough videos online. I've seen Angry Joe on YouTube talk about it. They are saying the same things I'm saying, but no, I think talking about it is one thing. Showing people scene by scene, shot by shot, like what I'm doing, I love this. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. Because talking about it is like, oh, maybe he's over exaggerating. No, you have to see it. You must see it. You must see it. Don't waste your money to go and see this stupid movie. Don't buy it on Blu-ray or DVD or digital. Don't. Look at this. Look at this. Why didn't he even use his hand here? You jumped at a creature you think is gonna wait for you to just land there and let you bite it. Stupid creature.
Damn.
If you jumped over his head like this, pin him down and then have the jaw bite his head off. That's an efficient thing. You have more limbs than he does, and all you do is jump. It just shows how stupid the writers are, man. Look at that. What were you thinking? You thought he would wait for you to eat it? And this is not even a reflection on the stupidity of the creature. It's a reflection on the stupidity of the writer insulting the viewers. You're not even making the creature appear intelligent enough. So now it's just big for the sake of being big. So if you're to argue that, you say, well, maybe it's just a retriever creature. It's not an intelligent monster. Now you are giving excuses for poor writing from the writers, poor directing from the director. Your brain is having to do overtime. Maybe no. This is poor writing. This is bad. Very, very bad. This does not have to be the way it is right now.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but I've got to disappear.
What the? Oh no, the plane, the engine. What should we do? I'm sorry, Eddie, have to disappear? No. What do you mean disappear? Why? That thing is relentless. It won't stop hunting us, but we cannot leave without saving the people. You can show that Venom is shook up. Agreed. It knows what it's up against in terms of the xenophage. Eddie has no freaking clue. That's the first time he's seen this thing. Whereas the symbiote Venom has it's like you could say ancestral ancient knowing that xenophage, we remember you. If there's one, more coming. So yes, show the fear in Venom. Venom is such a powerful creature, and we don't even know his limits yet. Show the fear, but have Eddie say, nah, bruh. We have endangered these people. We need to fix this. Then maybe you're fixing your stupid writing in this scene, because I still have not allowed that jump off the freaking building to catch a plane bullshit. I don't care what kind of alien you are. If you're Hulk, you might pull that off. But even at least Hulk needs 2 to 3 jumps to catch up to the plane, then land on the plane or grab the plane. One jump? Come on, son. Come on. You ain't Michael Jordan. You ain't Kobe.
What?
Are you jumping from a building up into the air and you're jumping in the correct angle where you're catching up with the plane. Dude.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Nah, this is bullshit.
Bullshit!
Anyway, I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out. Stay tuned for the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.